VV Nation, and welcome to the Power Hour. My name is Glenn Tompkins, Senior Stock Market Strategist for VectorVest, and it's also Western Wednesday, so afternoon market action with Ryan and I. We'll have on our cowboy hats today as well. If you can hear me loud and clear, by all means, please respond in the affirmative in the chat to let me know that everything is coming across loud and clear. Joey, I need the mic for a second. I'm going to clear the chat. Are y'all just that quiet today? Sigh. Today could be a good day. Today could be a good day. Inflation came in less hot. Actually was a little better than what was expected. So you would think that the market would respond in due kind. As we're looking at the homepage right now, we can clearly see that we have a mixed day in the market. The alert just hit. I just heard it on the iPad. We got a mixed market today. I was anticipating that possibly with a lower inflation report, that the market this could be the blast off day, right? The MTI and buy to sell ratio, as you can see here on the homepage. Where did my mouse go? There we go. As you can see, the MTI has already been at my levels of what I'm looking for. Not my levels, but the VectorVest levels. We're below the level of 0.60. And I wanted to go down even more. The lower it goes, the better the bottom fishing opportunity. Finally, yesterday, the buy to sell ratio closed at a level of 0.20. It's still there today as the market continues to stay a little mixed. Real quick, I'm going to bring up a market timing graph. This is the real-time data. Minute by minute from the market open. The inflation number came in softer than expected. Nice gap up at the open, but very quickly faded the gap, sat in a little bit of a channel, went further down. Now I can watch on a real-time basis the VectorVest composite coming off of this low, trending higher. I want to see these two levels broken before I say that the market's going to have an opportunity to finish in the upside today. I'm not sure. I still think that the number came in softer than expected, okay? That could have created some euphoria in the market, but we can see the euphoria quickly faded. Now, as we get further into the afternoon, market's taking a little bit of a bounce. But, here in the Power Hour, we're going to take a look at your stocks to see where they stand. Right? That's what it's all about. The Power Hour is all about where your stocks are that you're wanting to take a look at and see what the VectorVest system says about it. No matter what, whether you started bottom fishing today off of the euphoria, you might have gotten a little hurt on it today. The day is not over, right? The day is not over, and we'll see how the market fares out going into the day. There's a selling the rally mentality going on. And Bill says, and I think the only reason why that is tariffs are still playing and taking the headlines. Tariffs still are creating the uncertainty. Canada came back. We'll talk a lot about that in AMA today. But there is a mentality going on. Keith says, boy, was I waiting for you today. Well, we'll see. We're going to see what happens. All right, we're going to see what happens. This is all of the stuff that I want to bring up to your attention in regards to the economic data today, how the markets are reacting. But we know that we're going to go to the Viewers tab. Under my Power Hour folder, I got a generic portfolio, a lot of stocks that have been beaten up. All right, based on the news today, how are they reacting? Now, I'm going to go back. Why do I say that these stocks have been beaten up? I'm going to go back to the beginning of the year. Notice I'm running this as of January 2nd of 2025. Let's do a quick test of all of these. All of these stocks are down. These are stocks that people are looking at, stocks that you may even want me to look at today. But look at these. Lyft, NVIDIA, big one right here, beaten down 17%. Looking at Carnival Cruises, down 22%. Looking at AMD, down 17%. Tesla, down 35%. BBAI, down 22%. Overall, this portfolio of stocks that many of you are already in is down 13.74%, where the composite is down 4.3%. These are definitely beaten down stocks. Now, as I look at these, the biggest thing is, let's go stream this. Let's bring it to now. The biggest thing about these stocks, look at them. Out of the 11 stocks, 10 of them are up today. That makes sense. If the euphoria is truly in play, if the euphoria is truly in play, these stocks are moving with that mentality, with that thinking. All right? Notice from a beaten down perspective, the majority of them are sell recommendations. Many of them, most of them have great earnings growth rates. So these are stocks that many of you are probably holding or waiting to get into. With that waiting to get into from a bottom fishing perspective, our indicators are showing that we're at a level where the market is starting to look for a bottom. But is the bottom in yet? Let's go back to the market timing graph. Let's go put this on a 3-month graph. With looking at yesterday, on a 3-month graph, on the last 3 months, yesterday could have been the bottom. Today could have been the opportunity for the market to go higher based on the economic data. We're not getting follow through, even though, let's go back to the date line of the low. The MTI is at 0.50, 0.51, and the buy to sell ratio is at 0.20. We're at the levels where the market is looking for a bottom. And I think that we're one of the only companies that are out there that can actually analyze over 9,000 stocks on a graph and say where the bottom possibly is. Could have possibly been yesterday where the wick is. Thank you for that, DM for Profit. We got us a super chat. Please type the W's in the room. Please type the W's in the room. Thank you very much for that. We appreciate that in a big way. Thank you very, very much for that. All right. Why can't I just hit the heart? There we go. Glenn, are there certain times during market hours when there is institutional buying that would affect pricing? Joe, I don't know where that timing is. All right, that's a great question. But, just off the cuff, somewhere in the, right about now, in the afternoon, we still got over 4 hours worth of market open. You would think sometime, in this time period, in the afternoon, could be once the market settles in and people are deciding where they want to be. Now, why do I think the market is still going down today? Well, number one, I've stated on more than one occasion that I thought that the market has some downside, and that's coming to fruition. All right, that's definitely coming to fruition. But I think on a day like today, people are getting nervous in the market that the market is down as much as it is. All right, number one. And that the big institutions are getting nervous and they are probably dumping a lot of stocks that they do have. And I honestly think that had been going on for the past week or so. But notice 3 days down, nice solid red bars, broke through a level of support. Let's go see if the market's got the wherewithal to overcome that, to give us some follow through if that is an actual market bottom. All right, what do y'all think? Palantir too high? Well, let's go talk about that in a second. Let's go to the viewers tab. So I've got a portfolio or a watch list of generic stocks that many of you are trading. They are responding today. The biggest mover is Tesla. Tesla's been beaten up like nobody's business. But I still think you don't bet against Tesla. I do have an EV company that I like to go after Tesla. I'm probably going to do a video on that shortly. I do have an EV company that I think is better positioned right now, just quite right now, to outperform Tesla currently. So I'm going to do a video on that. I'm not going to give it away what stock that I think it is yet. What stock do you think I think? I'm not going to confirm nor deny. What stock do you think I think? And it ain't Boyd. Boyd is in China. I'm talking about a company not outside of Boyd. All right. Well, Niall guessed it. I told you I wasn't going to give it away, but Niall guessed it. I think it's Rivian. So Ford I own right now, Tom. Ford I own. I own it specifically because of the relief on the tariffs from the big three. That's the only reason why I own Ford. And Ford, I'm doing okay in. I'm not up exponentially, but I am in the positive. But Rivian is the company. I cannot believe that I sat here and said that I'm not going to confirm nor deny. And I confirmed. Sigh. Goev, Workhorse, I'm not feeling those still yet, But again, I think I'm going to do a video probably within the next couple of weeks on my top EV pick, and I think Rivian is going to be it. But we're going to look at a lot of the other EV companies as well. So from a perspective of power hour, why not use the indicators to help you in regards to these stocks that could be taking advantage of the news today? Nicely, they're up. That's great. But from a VectorVest perspective, are any of these in uptrends yet? No. Wells Fargo is the closest with an RT at 0.84. Now, many of you will probably say, well, why are you going to wait for RT to go up? You're going to miss the boat on catching it early. The problem is with catching it, trying to catch it early, is that the market could snatch the rug from under you at any point in time. I just did a video on what to look for from a market bottom. One of the big things that I'm looking for when it comes down to a market bottom and looking at a market timing graph is follow through. We can clearly see that on an end of day basis that yesterday could be the potential bottom of the market. Our indicators were where they needed to be, but are we getting follow through? How many of you watched the video about the things to look for if the market is bottom? Type of 1. If it was useful information to help you to make money, type a yes or a no behind it. All right, type a yes or a no behind it. There's a lot of things to look for. There really, really is. And looking at the potential bottom yesterday, no follow through today, ta-da. All right, and there's a lot of people out there who are on board with, yeah, the market's moving. I'm going to jump. I'm going to jump. All right, so I'm just looking. Not yet. It hasn't come. Let the market come to you, folks. Let the market come to you. Don't bet off of what your heart says. You know, NVIDIA and those stocks are going up today. Is that enough? All right, is that enough? I really would like to see RT go above 1. Better yet, how about I pay attention to the stocks that have moved from a sell to a hold? All right, not a lot of follow through, but at least a positive bump in the move in the stock. Utilizing what the VectorVest service offers to you will help you to always make a good decision. Which stocks have the best value, safety, and timing? There's a few of them, but still sell recommendations. I love that they have great earnings growth. These are good stocks overall. Look at that, fundamentally sound. RV and RS above 1. Fundamentally sound on AMD. RV and RS above 1. Fundamentally sound on Twilio. RV and RS above 1. That's only 3 out of 11 that are fundamentally sound. They have VSTs above 1. They are still all sell recommendations. That right there, folks, is the power of the VectorVest software so that you don't get caught out there just buying because these stocks are going up. Potentially, the market has found the bottom. All right? SMCI was in the list, but when I did the test from January until now, SMCI was positive, Jason. That's why it's not in this list. I wanted to find stocks that you guys possibly were investing in that are moving up on today's economic data, but taking it a step further. Is it the right time to buy these stocks? And that's what Power Hour is all about, helping you guys use the VectorVest system to make better decisions. For those of you who are brand new, who have never taken part of the VectorVest software, we're going to give you an opportunity right now. $9.95 for a 30-day trial. Go to www.vectorvest.com/YT, which stands for YouTube. Lets us know that you saw us on YouTube, you like what you saw, and you'd like to take a trial. 30-day trial for $9.95. I invite any of you who are brand new to the channel to do so. Hopefully we got a lot of new eyeballs today. How many of you are brand new to the VectorVest system or understand what VectorVest is all about? Type of 1. How many of you are brand new to what VectorVest is all about? All right? And you're here. Money back guarantee on the trial. That's right, Janice. All right? Looks like the majority of the people are here are VectorVest subscribers, which is always a great thing. I love to see. There we go. I've got some new people in here. That's who I'm talking to right now. Those of you that are typing the ones in the room, I invite you. All right? I'm not twisting nobody's arm. I invite you to take a trial. $9.95. And just as Janice says, if you don't like the trial in that 30-day period of time, cancel it. We'll give you back your $9.95. No strings attached. All right, no strings attached. But this is what you're looking at right now in these stocks. In our indicators, RV looks at a stock's upside probability compared to a AAA corporate bond. Relative safety looks at a stock's ability to meet or exceed its earnings expectations. RT looks at the short-term price trend of the stock. So when we put these three together, we have our master indicator VST. Above 1, it's a favorable stock. But even above 1 doesn't mean it's the time to buy the stock. Every stock gets a buy, sell, hold recommendation. When you see a sell recommendation, you know that that stock is hurting your portfolio. I love looking at earnings growth. Why? Because earnings is the engine that drives the stock's price higher. And if they're growing their earnings in double digits, that's a good stock, just not the right time. And that's what VectorVest is all about. All right, so again, some of the stocks that you could be looking at, they are moving up today, fundamentally sound, just not in an uptrend. Sell recommendations. These are flags that tell you that maybe you should not be holding these stocks, or if you are willing to hold these stocks long term, you need to have defensive measures on, like selling a covered call or buying a protective put. All of those things can help. Hedge your portfolio with contra ETFs. There's a lot of things that you can do, especially if you do want to hold these long term. All right. How about Stacy said, started a trial and loving it. Remember, I'm talking to all you new folks out there. Glad that you're here, but listen to VV Nation. This group of people, this community is an awesome community. Awesome community. All right. I love to be able to tell you that it works, but it's better when it comes from people who are already current subscribers to the VectorVest software. All right. So moving from here, understanding if you own any of these stocks, what's going on with them, with the VectorVest indicators, is important. All right, customer pickle swans. Let's get into the stocks. All right, let's make it happen, Captain. Let's get into the stocks. Remember, no news today. These are all using the VectorVest system to analyze the stocks that you currently hold. I'd rather to do that rather than the stocks that you're interested in. Let's talk about the stocks that you currently own. TSLL, VNet. Notice that how quickly I can put these into a watch list. All right, just put a comma behind every ticker symbol. OLMR, comma, holy smokes. OL, I don't have it, Marvin, sorry. And then this other one, DRSHF. DRSHF. I do have that. All right. A lot of stocks coming in. I got a lot of interaction. I gotta love that. Comma, PBI. Comma, ASM. Is that ASML? ASM, yeah. Oh, no, you want ASM, gold miners. Okay. Comma, SMCI. Comma, Amazon. Comma, Intel. Comma, Palmer? No, that is Palomar. Woo, there you go. Marvin, I don't know that stock. Comma, Meta. Everybody knows Meta. Comma, Coca-Cola. Comma, let me put a couple of more in here. NGD. Comma, CrowdStrike. Comma, there you go. RNBY. How many of you watched the video last night of two stocks in the defense industry that I want you to keep your eyes on? All right. I'm curious to know how many of you, just type of one, how many of you watched last night's video? What did Jerry say? Jerry said something. Oh, Lord. Now I got to go back up. Jerry says, out of everything I've bought and tried over the years, VectorVest is the real thing and does work if you learn how to use the system and pay attention. Been a member for almost 2 years. Thank you for that, Jerry. Did I put this up here so we can see it up there? I don't think I set that up. But that, again, for those folks who are brand new to the channel, I love it. I love it when subscribers to the channel talk about it. I love 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 it. If you didn't watch last night's video, go watch it. This stock, along with Saab were my two picks. You'll notice that these stocks are up nicely over this current year. Not a lot of people knew about these stocks. Rheinmetall, I'm going to put that in here, though. The other one, Saab, S-A-A-B-Y. Two stocks that I want VV Nation to pay attention to. All right, two stocks, and I want to look at those real quick. All right, RNMBY and Sabi. I did a video on both of these stocks last night. Interesting that Rheinmetall reported 7.28%. How about that? I gave the story last night, and it's up 7% today. How about that? And it's undervalued. It's got RV above 1. It's a buy recommendation, and it's got an earnings growth of 24%. My brother just bought a Saab card. Does Saab still sell cards? And Saab, on the other hand, is overvalued. Not nearly as strong as RMBY, but Saab is doing a lot of work in the defense sector. All right? In the defense. Why you didn't include my stock, Oracle? I just went down the list. I didn't put everybody's stock. We got time. Fine. I don't want nobody to get all pissed off. ORCL. All right, Oracle is in there. Keep in mind, there's a lot of stocks coming in. I'm going to take a look at as many of them as I can. But wait a minute. I'm also going to tell you something else. Watch this. Joey, I need a page. There we go. I'm going to take this page. For everybody out there, I want to show you something. Go to www.vectorvest.com/FSA. For every stock that I did not put into the system, and I'm going to look at two sets of stocks, all right? You can go to www.vectorvest.com/FSA, and you can put in your own stock, AAPL, email. Everybody already knows my email. Glenn T at VectorVest.com. Right? Click on Get a Report. It is going to email me a report on Apple. It is a free stock analysis. So if I don't get your stock in today, go to that website, www.vectorvest.com/FSA. You go to that website, and guess what? Just like that, you can get a free stock analysis sent to you. So yes, I'm doing the Power Hour. I'm going to try to get as many of your stocks in here as possible. But if I don't, go to that website, folks. You can get a ton of them. All right? They'll email them to you. Everything that I'm showing here will be in that stock analysis report for you. All right? So I'm putting that out there. All right. With that being said, Janice says, last year, VectorVest profits have my contractor here more than doubling our bathroom with new soak tub, huge shower, and 3 heads, and a new throne for the queen. Thank you, VectorVest and Glenn. Again, for all those people who are new, I'm not a big fan of trying to sell you anything. I want you to come to the channel, get educated, find the stocks that you're looking for, see what we say, all that kind of stuff. But VectorVest subscribers on the channel, as you can see, are showing you the benefits of having the software. Take a trial, $9.95. $9.95, 30 days. All right, so here's the first list of stocks you gave me. First thing I want to do, when you form or make a watch list, the magic starts in VectorVest, because the stocks are automatically sorted by our master indicator, VST. That is the best combination of relative value, relative safety, relative timing. So the stocks that have the best combination will automatically rise to the top of the list. The ones with the worst combination will fall all the way down to the bottom of the list. Nobody else does this. When you make a watch list with anybody else, it's just a watch list. Here at VectorVest, you get the benefit. And anybody who's going to look at this software is going to have to be looking at benefits. The benefit here is that these stocks are automatically sorted for you. But then I can do rank analysis. So we know that the stocks with the best combination of value, safety, and timing at the top of the list. I can use this same list of 17 stocks. What stocks have the best upside compared to a AAA corporate bond? I sort by that list by clicking on RV. Woo! SMI, best combination to outperform, or the best ability to outperform a AAA corporate bond over the next 1 to 3 years. Pitney Bowes, good upside. So now out of all of the stocks that we're looking at, we can see which stocks have the best upside. All right, let's take the same list of 17 stocks. Which stocks have the best ability to meet or exceed earnings expectations? Sort by RS. Stock comes to the top of the list, Meta Platforms. Notice how rank analysis will change where these stocks sit. That's another benefit. So you're just not blindly going through stocks. You're using the power of understanding what these stocks can do in the future, what these stocks have a propensity to do when it comes down to earnings. And then we're going to sort this list by RT. Which stocks are in the biggest uptrend? Look at that, which makes sense, right? Market's going down, people are going into gold stocks. Fastest moving stock in the list, followed by Palomar, followed by New Gold. Gold is at the top by way of RT. Out of the new people that are here, how many of you found that useful in the power of the VectorVest system? Type of 1 in the room. Out of all of the new people that are here, this was one watch list of 17 stocks sorted different ways to give you answers that you need to do. What do you want to do? Well, I want to find the stocks that have the best upside, sort by RV. These are good longer-term plays. What stocks have the best earnings capability, relative safety? Why is that important? Because earnings is the engine that drives the stock's price higher. Sorting by RT, find out for the shorter-term investor or trader, what stocks are in the fastest uptrends. So no matter how you invest in the market, the power of a VectorVest watch list will provide you with all of the answers that you need. Right here, with one watch list, 17 stocks, sorted every kind of way to help you to make the right money. Again, longer term, which stocks have the best earnings growth rate? Well, SMCI, buy recommendation, fundamentally sound in an uptrend. Whew. This is powerful stuff. What about NVIDIA? I didn't put that stock in there. Dang it. NVIDIA, I'll put it in there. NVDA. Let's go see where it sits. All right. There's NVIDIA now at the top of the list, sorted by earnings growth. Can't sleep on NVIDIA. Fundamentally sound, not the right time to buy. Not the right time to buy. Gotta love this stuff. But nobody else does this. Nobody else does this. All right, now let's look at graphing all of these. Hit the graph button. What I'm going to look at is what we call our VectorVest standard graph. As you become a brand new subscriber to the software, see right here where it says VectorVest layout? This is the layout that you'll see, but I made 2 adjustments to the layout. I added value. Why? Because I would rather have you in undervalued stocks. And I added volume. Why? Because I want to see if there's conviction to the move. So when you open up a VectorVest layout, it will look like this: the price, the stop price, and the RT. I added 2 more things. To add something to a graph, click on the add parameter. Capital appreciation is where you're going to find value. And then for volume, go down to price volume, and I added actual volume. All right. So that's how you add those 2 things, value and volume. But this is a typical graph that uses price of the composite, or price of the price of the stock, along with its stop price. Now, for those of you, and this is going to be very important, for those of you who are not using stops or don't know what stops to put on, every stock in our database has a stop price, which is that blue line. The stop price is a 13-week moving average, but it's adjusted for the fundamentals of the stock, the RV and the RS. All right? If the fundamentals are good, we're going to lower the stop price to keep you in the stock longer. If the fundamentals are not good, we're going to raise the stop price to get you out of the stock faster. Why is that important? because as soon as a stock goes below its stop price, it automatically gets a sell recommendation. So for many of you who are having a problem in understanding what stops are best for you, we give a stop on every single stock in the database. You can use it as gospel or guide. Big drop here, boom, stock got to be a sell. Went to a hold, maybe you say, I don't want to get back into the stock until it gets to be a buy. Boom, that happened right there. Stock got to be a buy, stay to buy. I'd rather have you in buy recommended stocks anyway. All right, boom, the stock goes back down, sell recommendation, still has a sell recommendation right now. Yo, Glenn, static. All right, I'm working on that right now. Hold on. Check, check, 1, 2. Hello. Ooh, I got a resonation in my teeth. That was interesting. Hello. Check, check, 1, 2. That should be better, hopefully. Should be better, hopefully. Check, check, 1, 2. Better. There we go. All right. Sorry about that. We are working on me a new mic. I think we got the approval for us to buy it. So it's like a $17,000 mic. All right. So it's really not $17,000, but it's a better mic. We're working on it right now. All right. So with that being said, I'm looking at NVIDIA. I got a level. I've drawn levels of support and resistance and trend lines. You can do that at any point in time on your graph. But I am a person that has the idea of trade the chart, not your heart. What I do like about today's activity is that the stock broke through a level of resistance and broke above the trend line. I also like that the stock is undervalued, but I don't like that value is falling. Stock's price is falling a lot, so is value. Stock is still a sell recommendation. If you're thinking, though, you want to get into NVIDIA, let me give you a sign on when it's okay. See RT's on the rise? RT's not above 1. I would really like to see RT go above 1. Now, being that it did break through resistance and it broke through the downtrend, could you buy it today? Absolutely. But it's going to be more of a, what's what I'm looking for? It's going to be more of a trickier play. It's going to be more of a riskier play. Does that make sense to everybody? It's going to be more of a riskier play. I'd like to see some follow through or some backup or confirmation behind the move. Nice move today. Notice today I got a wick forming at the top. All right. It's got a wick at the top. It's showing some selling pressure. Be careful. It's still an open candle though. I would really like to use the VectorVest system. Watch for RT to go above 1. All right, let's go to the next stock. SMCI, bouncing off a level of support. Now, you'll notice that these lines are here because I've done a lot of research on them. These lines stay on my graph for as long as I want them to stay on my graph, all right? Bouncing off support above the stop and a buy recommendation on SMCI. But do I have confirmation? I do have confirmation. RT went above 1. Watch the candle today. The candle gapped up, which is a positive sign. I've got a closed green candle, which means the price is currently below the open. The stock is falling from the open. It's still green because it's still higher than yesterday's close price. All right, it's still higher than yesterday's close price. Be careful on that closed candle. I do get the confirmation of RT. I'm okay if you're in it. I'm okay if you're in it. I love that it's undervalued. Value rose here a little bit. It's falling again. It is a buy recommendation. I wouldn't be mad if you bought it, but you know something? Maybe you only pick it up at half a position. Maybe instead of putting $1,000, you normally put $1,000 into a trade. Maybe you only put $500. All right, maybe you only put $500, only because I don't like the closed candle. But it is higher than yesterday. RT is up, and it's a buy recommendation. New gold. I like the move here. Moving up. Ooh, let me show you a couple of things. Freehand line. I like this move up. 1, it broke through a level of resistance. 2, it is a buy recommendation. 3, it is undervalued. 4, and it's rising in value. 5 things I like about the move on NGD. Now, very little wick at the top, which means it's trading right now at session highs, which is great. I love the rising volume. It shows conviction behind the move. Well, I'm going to tell you, you're going to have headwinds at this price here of 321. That is the next level. That is the most recent swing high over the last 3 months. Actually, let's bring that down a little bit. That is the most recent swing high over the last 3 months at 315. If it can break above that, it should have clear sailing up to 373. I like the move. I liked it today. Yesterday, it broke through resistance. And guess what? We got follow through. NGD, ding, I checked that off. I like that. I do like that. I do like that good pick and love the rising RT. All right, let's go to the next one. Pitney Bowes fell to a level of support, a level that I've shown here from the most recent swing high. A big wick at the top, a lot of selling pressure. Let's go see if this level of support holds. If you own it, I'm not telling you to get rid of it yet. But if it falls below, you might want to think about taking some off the table. You probably gave back a lot of profit right here. But right now, this is the line in the sand, sitting at about $9.28. Other things I like about it. RT is above 1. It fell, nicely still above 1. It's undervalued. Value is rising. I like the stock long term. I just need to see right now in the near term, does it have the ability to hold this level and move back up? All right, hold this level and move back up. We will see. Please stop spamming. Please stop spamming. I'll get to stocks. Remember, I got more time. I'll get to your stocks. Please stop spamming, okay? Green bar back now on the VectorVest composite. Is it? Let me move this over real quick. And let me go to graphs. Now it's green because it's still higher than yesterday's close. Ooh, man, look at that. That's why it's green, but it's still a closed candle. I don't like the closed candle. But the market, I'm moving it. The market is showing that it's trying to show some legs. It's trying to show some legs. It's got to show me more than just that. It's trying to show some legs. All right? Let's go to the Amazon. Bouncing right off. Look at the wick. Bounced right off support. Broke through another level of resistance. Overvalued. Value is falling. Long term, I'm not feeling Amazon based on that. All right. RT is below 1. Closed candle, which means the price is lower than the open. I'd wait on that. Next one. Palomar. I like the bottom left to upper right. It's got some volatility in it, right? It is above the stop price. It is a buy recommendation. It hasn't been a sell recommendation for the last 3 months. Look at today's candle, though. Red candle, which means the price is lower than yesterday's close. Big wick at the top, which means that there's some selling pressure. It is overvalued. RT is above 1. I'd be very careful with this. I'm going to give you from support resistance, swing high, right about here. That's a good level of support, 128.20. If it falls below that, as I can see up and down, I'd probably take some off the table because overall I can see that the stock is consolidating. All right, yeah, it's moving up, but look at that high. There's the low on this time period. It is in a little bit of a channel. I don't like today's candle. One day doesn't make a trend. If you own it, I'm not telling you to sell it. All right, one day doesn't make a trend, but overall the stock has moved higher. Watch the selling pressure today. Watch the red candle. All right. RT is above 1. Let's go to the next one. Oof. Meta. Was in a nice uptrend here. Love when I can show you this. That's a good sign of when to get out. Instead of holding it all the way here, breaks through a trend line. Look at that trend line. Broke down through. A little bit of a one black crow. Followed through, but broke through that level of a trend. Try to think about using trend lines on your graphs if you're not already doing that. It's a clear, concise, visual way to see when to get out of a stock. All right. Today's move, it did gap up with the euphoria, a stock that everybody knows about. People starting to jump in from a bottom fishing perspective. Closed candle, though. The price is lower than the open. I do like the gap. I do like the buying pressure with the big wick at the bottom. It is undervalued. RT is not above 1. I'd like to see in this case, especially because of that candle, RT get above 1. Let's go to the next one. RNMBY is a brand new stock to the database. I showed it last night in a different program to show the graph of it. Stock is up over 100% or close to 100% over the last, from the beginning of the year. This stock is on the run, folks. Keep your eyes on it. I may not tell you to buy it right now. Relative value is above 1. I do like that. The stock's got good upside. Even to be a $272 stock's got good upside. If nothing else, I need you guys to keep your eyes on that stock. Keep your eyes on that stock. Let's get into CrowdStrike. I love the move, bottom left, top right, hard fall off. Remember, 80% of the stocks move with the market's direction. This was one of those stocks that was doing that. Might have found the bottom on it right here. Damn it. Might have found the bottom on it right there. Is it time to buy? What am I looking for? Confirmation. I love that it moved from a sell to a hold. I really would like RT to tell me that the stock is now in an uptrend. I do like the bounce. Nice move yesterday. A little bit of indecision going on today with a little bit of a doji. Would I be mad at you if you bought it? No. I like that it moved from a sell to a hold. It is way overvalued. All right, it is still way overvalued, as are still a lot of stocks in the database. I'd be careful. This is another one that I would dip my toe in the water. You know, if I'm looking at $1,000 per stock, maybe I only throw $500 behind it. But I do like the bounce, and I do like the move from sell to hold. All right? And RNMBY is undervalued too. I'm telling you, when that stock blasts off, if it does, I want you to know who gave you that stock. Saab, same thing. This one is not have an RV above 1. If I had to make a decision on either one, it would be RNMBY over SAABY. But I think that's going to join the party too. It is moving up. It definitely is moving up. Again, I like those two plays. Even if you don't play them right now, keep them in a watch list. ASM, big jump today. Nice move. Silver, again, gold and silver is moving. Love this play. Undervalued, rising value, very little wick at the top, which means that it's selling, it's trading at session highs today. Love the volume. Conviction is there. Love this play. All right, TNXP announcement. It's got to be interested. I'm only interested in that one because this is another stock that I've talked about a long time. This is a tough play. I don't know what the announcement is, but I don't think that the announcement is so beautiful. Just quite yet. All right, thank you for that, Andrew. I wanted to take a look at that. Earnings data ASM. That's what that was. Big move. I like that play. It's cheap. It's a cheap stock. I'm writing that down. I like cheap stocks. I like cheap stocks that cannot lie. Those stocks tend to fly. They go way, way up in space. Look at your face. You go, yeah, because you make that money. That's right. Don't look at me, honey. All right, ASM. If that was disturbing to you, sorry. That's what I do on this channel. If it was disturbing to you, I'm sorry. But that's all I got to say. There you go. Wealthy said, haha, I like it. There you go. You come to this page, I'm gonna put some fun in here. I'm gonna put a little bit of fun in here. 200 deeper. No. I'm not gonna say for us to move the market. Good stuff, rhyme time. You demand, Glenn. All right. My favorite stock is ASM. I like the stock. I can't lie. I wrote that down. And it's cheap. And look, overall, 3 months, bottom left, top right, a little bit of volatility, but I love that it's undervalued and valued is rising. I like that play. That's another check mark there. VNet. Nice move. Nice move. Man, that was a bearish engulfing with follow through. Possible hammer. No follow through. Stock's just falling. If I use a trend line, that's just not a pretty play. It's not a pretty play right now. Now, if you own it, I would use the stop. I'm not going to even try to make nothing out of that. I would use the stop. What's the stop value? Dateline, what's the stop value? Stop value is $8.82. That's a lot of money to give away on a cheaper stock. Fine, I'm going to give you a way to get out of it. Notice here, I got a little bit of a wedge. If it breaks below this trend line right here, this upward trend, I'd probably pull the trigger and get out of it. All right? I would think about doing that. Let's go to the next one. Oracle. Nice bounce on Oracle today, fading the gap. I got a level of resistance right here at about 152.66. All right, let me see here. Trend line. Yeah, it hasn't even broken through the downtrend yet. Hasn't broken through the downtrend yet. I've got a level of resistance, and then I'm looking at RT. Nice move on Oracle. Remember, one day doesn't make a trend. I like the move on Oracle. I need it to give me more confirmation before I pull the trigger, and it's currently a sell. Let the stock come to you. I gotta stress that so much. Let the stock come to you. All right, it's starting to, but not there yet. Not there yet. Let the stock come to you. All right, next one. Woof. Was that earnings? No. I don't know what just made that drop down big time. PHI? That's not pretty. I do like that it's undervalued. I do like that value's rising. RT is falling, but still above 1. I don't know what the news was on that, but whatever it wasn't pretty. That wasn't pretty. I'd be careful with it if you own it. Actually, let's go look at the most recent swing high before it went back up again. It's below that. That drop was a lot. Where's RV? Above 1. It's got good upside. Relative safety below 1 tells me that this is more of an aggressive play. I don't know what this was. Whatever it wasn't pretty. That hurts. That hurts right there. Volume was steady too, up until that point. Be careful with that one. Coca-Cola, that's a staple. You know, that's a staple company. Look at that line that I've got of support/resistance. A little bit of a shooting star pattern. You'll notice that I do look at candlestick patterns when I'm making decisions on stocks too. Shooting star pattern with follow through. Broke through a level of support. Move from a buy to a hold. Overvalued. The volume is there. I'd be very careful. You know what I'd be looking to see? If the stock is going to fade this gap. There we go. There's my level. 66. You're at 70. All right? I do like this level of support too. It's right there. I'm going to draw another level. There we go. I got 2 levels. I got a solid level of support right here at this swing. It's sticking right there. If it falls below that, I'd take some of that off the table. DRSHF. I don't even know what this is. Drone Shield software. It's a little back and forthosity. RT is above 1. Down day to day if you own it. I'm not telling you to sell it. But it's got a lot of it making me feel a little bit uncomfortable. Not only is it going down, look at the volume. People are selling it. People are selling this, definitely selling it. That's not a good sign. Glenn and the team continues to issue guidance during hurdles in your path. Thank you, Andrew. I'd be careful with this one. All right. After earnings, it rose, and then it did some volatility stuff. I'd be careful with that one, okay? Next one, no. Tesla's getting beat like a rented mule. You know what before I think about buying the long side of the ETF on Tesla, let the stock come to me. Let the stock come to me. See this downward trend? I see the move over the last 2 days. I got a level of resistance to get through, and then I got a level of a downtrend to get through. I'm not ready to touch TSLL. Not only is it starting to move up, the bars are small. Indecisions in the move. INTC, I think, is not a good run company. Intel should be kicking everybody's butt when it comes down to a semiconductor. Should be. Loving that it's, in-country provider. This company should be doing so much better than it is. I like the rebound hammer formation, possible reversal, closed candle, which means the price is lower than the open. I'm not feeling that. All right, that's the last stock. All right, now what I'm going to do, viewers, We're going to go through another tranche. I got a few minutes here. Put in your stocks. These I'm just going to run through. Glenn, could you do a video on understanding the candlesticks and the wicks? I've done that. I don't know if Joey can find it, but I did a candlestick video. I did one not too long ago. LRN, IESC. Remember, these are going to go through quickly, okay? ETH, Ford, GILD. What was the other one that was getting spammed? KGC, fool. I'm calling myself a fool, by the way. Quart, comma, TD, comma, EXK, comma, TEM, comma, FNGA, comma, CEG. I like CEG. I did a video not too long ago talking about CEG. I like CEG. CLS. One more. USAC. All right. How many stocks are in here? Let's take a look real quick. 14. All right. So we can go through the same analysis of look at that. KGC, top stock by VST. Look at that. That's a gold. That's a silver. One of the top stocks by VST. All right. Let's go look through these quick. Woo, KGC, love that it's undervalued and value is rising. Stocks in consolidation mode like now. What I'd really like to see is it break above the high at 1230. You may not want to wait that long. That's fine. RT is above 1. I really need to see it break above something in here. About 1141. I do love that it's undervalued and value is rising. I like the stock. I'm just waiting for the right time to buy. All right. Silver again. This value is falling. Way undervalued, but this value is falling. But still undervalued. Palantir, I would like to know if it's a good time to buy. Look, Palantir only because I've talked about it a lot. I own it. What I'm looking for right now is a break above a level of 84.85. That's what I'm looking for. All right. I'm looking for a break above 84.85. Then it's going to have headwinds at 106.97. I also would like to see RT go above 1. All right. The only reason why I pulled up Palantir is because you know that this is a stock that I talk about a lot. I own it. All right. I'd like to see it break above there. That would be a very quick entry. A short-term entry. More of confirmation to the move is RT above 1. All right. 2 gold stocks. LRN, undervalued, rising value. Value starting to stall out a little bit. I'd be looking to see if it can get above 127.14. RT was above 1. Stock's showing some more downside right now. If you're in it, you probably shouldn't be, actually. The stock is just falling. Now, if you're holding this long term, sell covered calls, buy protective put. I do like long term, though, that it is undervalued. Value is rising, even though it's leveling out. It's a fundamentally sound stock. RV and RS both above 1. Fundamentally sound stock, just not the right time. All right, next one. IESC, I needed to break above this level of 198.68, and I'm looking for RT to go above 1. I love that it's undervalued, but value is falling. Doesn't make me feel warm and fuzzy. Corcept Therapeutics, 2 big down days. It is undervalued, but it's been beaten up. It's got beaten up to go back undervalued. RT is below 1. Not ready to take it yet. It was a beautiful time here to be in it, and then the party got over. Look at that. Look at that. Nice move up. Then the party got over. It broke through a trend line. Beautiful. Again, I love if you can use trend lines on your stocks. But RT is not backing me up to buy it yet, even though it is undervalued. Let's go to the next one. CLS. This was a hot stock at some point in time. It is still under its stop. It's still a sell. Notice that when it goes above this stop, it'll most likely go above this level of resistance. I do like coming off this low. I'm also looking for RT to go above 1. Edward says, what is the video you told me about to find the market bottom? That was, Joey, see if he can put the video in there. That was done Friday. All of the signs to show when the market is looking for a bottom and what to look for to determine whether or not the market is at a bottom. Signs to look for, what to look for. So that video was done Friday. Edward. And if Joey can find it, he'll put it in the chat for you. High VST have always hurt me. Love looking for well below valued support level RT reversal. High VST in a good trending market does well. If you're finding, there's a lot of different videos that I've done, especially like my low dollar stocks under 10. Those might be good stocks for you to take a look at, Brad. They work out well. All right. I don't like the closed candle on CLS as well. Let's go to the next one. Gilead was doing well. Shooting star candlestick followed through and broke through this trend line. Man, everything's set up for you to take profits on that. There you go. Joey put the video in there for you, Edward. That's the video. It was done Friday. All right. I love the move, but man, you got to watch the signs. All right. Let's go to the next one. TD, Toronto Dominion Bank, is trending lower. It is above the stop. RT is above 1. Last swing high before it took off. Let me give you a line right about here. Oof, and it's right there. That was the last swing high before it took off. That is at a level of 57.63. We're not far from it. Nice rebound today. Very little wick at the top. So it looks like it's trading near session highs. RT is starting to rise today, and it is above 1. I'd keep my eye on that, but that's the level that I would be looking at for protection. USAC, Petroleum, Field Services. One of the spaces that I would look at from an oil perspective outside of the commodity itself. Looks like it might have formed a level of support right about here. Sitting at 24.81 after the pullback. Nice bounce. I'd keep my eye on that level. RT just went back above 1. We'll see if it's going to have legs to keep moving higher. But I would keep my eye on this level of about 24.81. If it falls below that, I'd probably take it off the table. Okay? CEG, this is all about uranium. Possible bottom. I'm going to leave that level of support right there. Possible bottom, broke back up through that now as a level of resistance. I don't like the indecision. The spinning top shows me no true direction on the stock. I don't like that it's under its stop, so it's a sell recommendation. RT is below 1. I like this stock long term. RV is above 1. I like the stock long term. Let the stock come to you. Trade the chart, not your heart. Just because I like it doesn't mean it's the right time. Just because I like it, and I do like it long term, just because I like it doesn't mean it's the right time. Let our indicators come to you. Let our indicators. It's below the stop, it's a sell. RT's below 1, it's in a downtrend. Let our indicators help you out, all right? Let's go to the next one. Woof. Ford, I own it. I picked it up because of the reprieve on the big 3 from tariffs. Right now, I'm getting a little hurt, but I got a stop in place. My stop actually is this level of $9.53. If it falls below that, I'm taking it off the table. If it closes below that, I'm taking it off the table. But a lot of volatility going on with it. That's not a good sign if you're trying to be a long-term holder of it. RT was rising to get above 1, but never quite happened. RT is a great indicator, only found in the VectorVest software. Again, for those of you who are new, go to www.vectorvest.com/YT. Take a $9.95 for a 30-day trial. FNGA, could that have been the bottom? Let's see. I like the bounce. I don't like the indecision today, but I do like the buying pressure. With the big wick at the bottom. If I'm looking for more confirmation, I'd like RT to go above 1. But I like the bounce, the buying pressure. Let's go see. It's still below this, still below the stop, so it's still a sell. All right, but a big move to the downside. FANG stocks were getting beaten up. Big move to the downside. I'd look for a little bit more confirmation, especially because of this doji. I'd look for a little bit more confirmation on the move. All right, not only that, bouncing off, I'd like to see more volume associated with the move. I'd like to see more conviction. ETH, you know something? I went and bought into crypto because of the forum that happened last Friday. I think the forum was kind of bust. Crypto's getting hit. Now I know this is Ethereum, but I think crypto's getting hurt. All right, I'm just saying. Glenn, given confirmation at the NTI and buy to sell ratio levels, is this a good time to nibble at NVIDIA? Did we look at NVIDIA? What was my take on NVIDIA? So I'm not feeling ETH. Macy's retail is still getting beat up because of tariffs on imported goods to sell. So I'm not feeling Macy's just yet. RT is not above 1. It is it is a sell recommendation. I'm gonna go. What did you say? You said NVIDIA. We already looked at NVIDIA. All right, that was one of the stocks. Now let's go look at the graph. And again, a couple of things that I liked. I liked the break above the downtrend. I like the break above the level of resistance. What I'd really like to see is RT go above 1. Now, if you took it, could you nibble at it? You could. What I don't like about it is that it's a sell recommendation. What I don't like about it is that, one day doesn't make a trend. What I don't like about it, I'd like to see a lot more volume. I'd like to see a rise in volume. But I can't be mad at you. All right? Please, Glenn, don't blame the tariff. I will. I will, because it is what it is. Again, I'm not getting any deeper into it than that. I'm not getting any deeper into it than that. Bull flag. No, I actually got to break out of a downward channel. I can draw another line. That's a downward channel. Or there's, if you want to call it a flag, that would be the pole. Yeah, I do like the break, and you're right. That could be a flag or channel breaking out of it. Could have positive signs. If I take that, I take a half a position. All right, I would take a half a position. Does that make sense, Edward? And that's all of the stocks. I'm like 2 minutes over. All right. That was the power hour. All right. How many likes did we get? 79. That's all right. You know me. I always like to try to get 100 likes. All I can do is provide you with the information that the VectorVest software talks about. That's what it's all about. All right. Hopefully I get more people to hit the like button before we go. If not, it's okay. We're going to still keep doing it. We love bringing and showing and highlighting how the VectorVest system and our indicators will help you to make better decisions. Always remember, if I didn't look at your stock, go to www.vectorvest.com/FSA for free stock analysis. Go to that website, put in your email, put in your stock. We will send you a free stock analysis. All right. After all that we've looked at, what were the buys? The ones that had buy recommendations, but I would still wait for confirmation on those. If I saw it by buy recommendations, I would keep my eyes on these. All right. And from the first list, I would keep my eyes on all the stocks that were buy recommendations. But check the charts. Let the stock chart come to you. Notice that a lot of the buys were gold and silver stocks. So that's what I would be looking at. All right, folks. Thank you for joining us. Adios, arrivederci, ciao, au revoir, sayonara, aloha to all my peeps in Hawaii. Yes, I'm wearing a Hawaiian shirt today. Woo, gotta love me some Hawaii. Remember, there's a lot of good people out there. If you can't find one, be one. Odabu, bom dia, salam, shalom, namaste, yasu. Until the next time, folks. See ya.